morning, I am Nora Link, and this is Sarah Kavanaugh. We're coming to you live from RPA Studios with an important news update on the Roman Empire. We all know that Rome has been struggling politically, socially, economically, and with their military. But these problems have recently multiplied. Let's start with Rome's economy. How has the poor economy been affecting us, as well as all the citizens here? Sarah?
Well, Nora, the government has taken gold out of each coin. Now money is far less valuable, but the government doesn't seem to understand. They're producing more coins, expecting us to be able to afford more of them, but it's just making us suffer from inflation. Prices are increasing every day, so we've decided to barter. This way no money is involved, although it's practically worthless anyway. Not to mention, many Roman citizens are now jobless because of the slaves. The rich are buying slaves because they're cheap and do the work that they used to pay citizens to do.
Well, that pretty much sums up the poor economy. Let's talk about the military.
Well, obviously news got out to other territories that Rome is struggling, so who would hesitate to try to invade us now? Most of the European and Northern African regions knew that we were weaker than we ever have been and wanted revenge on us because we've most likely defeated them at one point or another. Germanic tribes invaded from the north. They had so much more power than us that they took places in our army, but they weren't loyal.
I see.
So, Nora, what political problems have contributed to Rome's decline?
Well, Rome has been struggling with numerous political problems, but I'd have to say that one of the issues that contributed most was our emperors. We've had 22 emperors within only 50 years.
22 emperors!
And they've had unstable, dishonest officials. Citizens who aren't in favor of a particular emperor bribe officials to kill them. The officials are usually only people able to get close enough to the emperors to murder them. That's why unsatisfied citizens offer officials money or valuables to kill them.
Good explanation. So how's Rome doing socially?
Not too good. There aren't many schools, so not enough children are being educated. When uneducated children go up to be uneducated adults, businesses fail. No one has the ability to run them. Also, the rich are now against the poor. There is no longer a middle class. The rich are gaining wealth, and the poor are becoming even more poor. They are constantly arguing, and it doesn't seem like it will be settled anytime soon.
Thanks, Nora. Stay tuned until after the break to hear an intriguing interview with a special
Has your stomach been growling? Do you have nothing to do? Well, we've got some news for you.
Yeah!
Yeah! Woo! Come join us at the Coliseum for sweet bread and stuff. We have a special guest here today, Susan's slave, Bill. Here he is.
Hi, as Sarah said, I'm Bill, Susan's slave. I came from Greece. I was captured by the Romans, obviously.
How has your life been since you got here, Bill?
Well, I was sold to Susan one day after my arrival. And as you can imagine, my new life is splendid. I start my day at 4:30 a.m., tending all the fields. If I'm not done by 6:30 a.m., which is practically impossible, I get whipped. Then I walk down the Tigris River to get water for Susan and her family. I usually have to take a few trips because Susan and her family use a lot of water to drink and bathe, and I need some to wash their clothes. After that, I'm forced to clean the house. I pick things up, sweep, dust, and organize. I'm threatened to be killed if Susan isn't satisfied with my work. I'm usually not allowed to get sleep in the back shed until 1:30 a.m.
Are you Susan's only slave?
No, I'm one of 20, but I can't tell you much about the others. We're not allowed to talk to each other. We get beaten when we do. But I do know that many of them come from Greece, like me. Some are my neighbors.
What can you tell us about Susan?
Well, I don't talk to her much. I just try to obey her commands and keep from being punished. All I really know about her is that she's filthy rich and is married to a filthy rich man, and they continue to get even richer. And they have two sons. One is about 9 and the other is 12. They both go to school and learn arithmetic, reading, and writing. This isn't too common here, especially in this period of time. Only the rich can afford to send their kids to school.
Oh, well thank you, Bill. We appreciate you coming in here today.
We're back at RPA Studios. I'm here with Susan Periwinkle, a wealthy Roman slave owner. Susan, how many slaves do you currently own?
Right now, I believe I have about 20 slaves. I just got some more last week.
Have you ever thought about how many workers you have decided to fire and had slaves take their places?
No, when my husband and I decide to fire workers and buy slaves by taking their place, we're just saving money.
But if you are getting wealthier and putting slaves in the jobs of the Roman citizens, that means the citizens are getting poorer. Do you realize that?
Well, I sort of noticed it. Many people seem to be losing money, but I don't think it's the reason behind it.
Where are your slaves working for you?
We have some of our slaves working in the fields, some tutoring our kids, and some doing the housework.
Do you have any Roman citizens still working for you?
We have 2 citizens who are still working for us, I believe in the farms.
All right, thank you, Susan.
You're welcome.
Are you a fan of Horace? If you are, listen up.
Happy is the man who, far from business and affairs, like mortals of the early times, may work his father's fields with oxen of his own, exempt from profit, loss, and fee, not like the soldier roused by savage trumpet's play, not terrified by seas and rage, avoiding busy forums and the haughty doors of influential citizens.
Buy your copy of the Book of Equities in the Forum today for only 20 coins.
20 coins? That's a The deal. movie Gladiator is a big hit. Everyone is talking about it. How do you think Russell Crowe did as the main character, Maximus?
I think he did great. He really connected with his character. He looked very concerned and determined in the movie when he was rushing home to save his family.
Nicely said. What do you think of the costume design?
I was really impressed by that, too. The characters looked exactly how I pictured the people in ancient Rome to look like. The rich wore togas, and the poor, such as slaves and gladiators, wore mostly rags. So how would you describe the movie?
I'd say it's very unpredictable and suspenseful. I didn't know how the battle would end before Maximus and Commodus fought in the Colosseum.
Good explanation. What would you rate Gladiator?
I would rate it 4 stars. It was really exciting, but it was also a little hard to follow at some parts, such as the part where Maximus is captured to be a gladiator.
I agree.
This is RPA News with
Sarah Kavanaugh,
a neural blank.
thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.
Guys,
Seriously, Sarah?
We're back at RPA Studios.
With
some are
me.
good enough. Wait, what was it?
Wait, we have to get this right. Sorry, Kylie's up videotaping.
Stop.
Wait, guys! Just talk. Wait, hang on.
Go.
Sit it away.
No, you can cut this out on